Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Terra Invicta episode number 12, in the middle of our very important, basically this is World War III. We've already seen nukes fly. I haven't nuked anyone yet, but it's definitely not an option off the table. I would say it's very much an option, very much on the table. But I don't actually want to use it unless we can get good benefit out of it. Now, if we needed to nuke, we could nuke like crazy, because we do have plenty of nukes in store. I haven't nuked, right? I don't think I've nuked. Pakistan has 2, India has had 3? 2? And they're really pushing, both China and India pushing for more nukes. Well, actually, India's not pushing so much, but China is. And one of the things I want to mention right now is I think that at this point in time, it would be appropriate to abandon the Eurasian Union, which, considering the title of this series, doesn't quite sit well with me, but I think at least from a gaming, like efficient game, I mean it's not even really like, I was going to say min-max perspective, but it's almost like from a general perspective, from almost anybody's perspective, even a person who doesn't have, doesn't even crunch the numbers that perfectly, it doesn't, just gets a rough approximate of the situation, would probably say, yeah, this Eurasian Union is really not doing anything for you anymore. As I mentioned, the armies and the boost are 2 real big pickups for this big conglomeration of area, but those are both gone. So the only other thing is that it has the nukes going for it, but I also think that the nukes, not a real bright shining point. I'd rather disband those, I should say, and then off with your head type thing, just get rid of the whole country. Hopefully it doesn't go to the servants, for crying out loud. It's the last thing we want to happen, but without nukes, at least it won't be that potent of a threat. Anyway, let's continue on with the war. I don't know exactly how we're doing here. I mean, we're winning this battle. That's a good sign. They have 1 nuke left, so I'm just gonna pray, I guess, that it doesn't fall on us. Oh, looks like we're under the assignment time period. Okay, great. And I think we need to find out what our people are doing here. Okay, so we kept doing a bunch of... But, at the same time that we're just spoiling the country, I think we'll change this over to knowledge now. It does look like we are on the brink of acquiring India. Certainly looks like we have the manpower, the army to do it. So we do want to switch things over so that we're... my God, insurrection 7.7, that's bad. I'm going to let them do all the unity. They don't do any knowledge, so I'll put my points into knowledge now. We don't need to spoil it anymore. Even not spoiling it may destabilize the... I didn't even think about that, but it may destabilize things. Okay, so that's probably what we want to do there. Now we still want you to stabilize. I mean, there's a lot of different options here, but I think we're still going to go with the public campaigning option. Money is still more or less pouring in. I don't know if that'll be not the case anymore with India not giving us a bunch of spoils, but we'll go for the 37% campaign. That would be nice to do. Looks like we've been still campaigning in the U.S., and yeah, there is opposition to us there. I like the distribution here. Getting our military forces up really high is great, considering we're going to probably lose an army, maybe 2. But yeah, we're by far the most militarily, what would be the right word? Militarily potent? I don't know. Powerful. Yeah, I mean, definitely we're the most powerful military in the world. But the highest, most technologically advanced. Advanced, that's the word I'm looking for. The most advanced military in the world. We're also the biggest, so those 2 combinations make us by far the most powerful. How do we... Well, we don't really need to lock down more on the military stuff. I think we might even be able to back off it a little bit, but I'd love to see this go up to 4.7. Anyway, I'm going to drop that by just 1 point, which means more points to unity, just because we have less points. Less of the pie is divided to military, so more goes to unity. Don't think we need any more nukes than we have here. In fact, I mean, if we're going to launch nukes at all, we should be launching them from Russia to get that supply down. That's actually a great idea, by the way. If we want to nuke anybody, we should definitely be nuking... Can we nuke? Oh my gosh, we can. We can nuke India. Doesn't seem like the perfect time to do that, considering we're on the brink of capturing them, but, you know, if it comes to it, we know who's going to be firing that nuke, and then we will immediately disavow that Russia is under the influence of the resistance by, abandoning the nation. Anyways, we don't need to do that quite yet. So first of all, let's go back to this guy. He was in the U.S., probably doing a public campaign there. Doesn't cost that much money to have a pretty high chance of success. You were probably stabilizing the nation. Yeah, someone's definitely fooling around with this. We'll do one more stabilize to get it down to 0. Although peaceful is not something we really have to worry about. And I can tell you were doing public campaigning here. Is that necessary? If, well, I mean, I guess well, for 80 money we get a very high chance of success. And you're probably what? Yeah, you're probably bringing down the unrest in Israel. But Israel's unrest is dropping like very quickly. Let's stabilize them. We want more unity here, so let's go full unity. Military we just don't need. Although, you know, okay, I'll keep one red, 2 reds total in that, because they actually have a pretty advanced military too at 4.3. Just really want that unity to kick in so that we get more of this and we get, you know, more of this as well. Less polarization, more going to the number 5. And the rest of that looks fine to me. Okay, so is that your... That's my assignments then, I guess. Alright, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. So, the idea I have is the series has gone on a good amount. We've kind of explored different options. We can probably call this video, not this video, but the series to a close after we've done messing around with the servants. I don't know what will happen between then and 2028. Maybe I can like fast forward really fast through all that, like kind of just see how the world develops without being too active about it. In the meantime, let's get going. Speed 3. So there are some more nukes at play, so we have to be careful. Just very bizarre. We don't really... I mean, I guess we could just start nuking China. Let's get my army back first, and then, you know, hide that army over here. Is I think the plan. Don't know exact time frames for when these guys are arriving. But you see we have 2 armies arriving here. That's a good sign because 2 armies can definitely defeat their 1. I'm still hoping that the Pakistani army that's in this group is eaten up by a nuke, but it looks like they're kind of like letting us kill them, which is unusual. They're down to 78%. We're at 92%, so we're definitely winning this battle. And, you know, 2-on-1, it does make sense that we would win. And this army's moving in, that's fine. We are preparing to potentially defend against the Iranian army. They're getting close to nuclear weapons, which is not great. Okay, take me there. Oh, you made it here. Okay, that's still fine. And they made it to the hyper. Okay, great. Perfect timing, so at no point in time do we really want 3 armies in the same spot. Too much of a liability from a nuclear attack. But that seemed to be very well staggered. And I think we may actually let this group occupy. Although I don't really like the idea of losing army strength to the occupying forces, but the alternative is we have to move in now. Do we want to just move in now? So the way I view it, I'm hoping still that they will use a nuke on this group. If they don't, it looks like all the casualties are being absorbed by the Pakistani army, and then this group can just, after eliminating this one, move right into there. Eventually we'll force the hand that they'll have to nuke us. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Okay, 2 Chinese armies are moving to the Lhasa region. I'm not, you know... All I can say is I'm pretty confident that the reason for that is that they want to move in and help out India. Which, you know, I guess if we wanted to nuke anything, it might as well be using nukes on the in Chinese army. Let me pause this real fast. Maybe I do want to move these armies out of here. Excuse me. So they'll move from here directly into here. So one into there. So no, yeah, my armies are fine here. I'm just trying to think like how I want to do this. I don't really want to nuke this area. But well, okay, so what's the population in this particular region? Can I... Okay, you have 150. Give me a second, I'll look at this in a sec. Okay, we reduced that, that's actually fine. Let me continue. But first, okay, so we have 140 million people there. Hyderabad has 300. Mumbai, the capital, has 210. So Hyper would not be a great... New Delhi has 380, oh my gosh. So this is actually the third lowest? Yeah, this is the third lowest. So we would like Jaipur to be the recipient of a nuke. I mean, if we could choose where anything is going to happen, it might as well be there. Fair enough. I don't know if that's where they're going to go, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, there's a new project. We can do the global listening devices. I don't think we're going to do that, so let's just... It doesn't give me an option. The only thing I can do is pause. And we're so close to getting the Freedom Fighters. 26th of October, that's in 3 days. My goodness, that is awesome. And we'll see why in 3 days. Yeah, their army down here is all but dead. I'm not mistaken, yeah, India does still have a nuke left.
Things are stabilizing.
Okay, we got that other stabilization in the United States, right? That's right. Yeah, we're down to peaceful there, so somebody's gonna, rattle those cages and fire up those people again, but there's a coup. Oh, in Botswana, is that what that is?
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We got critical success in the United States. That's very good. Actually, I want to go over and take me over there now. Dude, I gotta say, it doesn't even really look like it. Well, anyways, thank goodness we have the United States. If we didn't have the United States, I mean, I've been like obviously kind of lamenting over the way events happened, the way everything transpired in this playthrough, because it's been so much better for me in other playthroughs. But when you have the United States, you can't complain too much. It's the single most powerful country in this game, and even if you have the entire European Union, which takes a lot of work, between that and the United States, you'd probably take the European Union. But in some situations, the U.S. is going to be a lot better. Any kind of land combat, any kind of movement with the freedom of the seas, the Navy. Okay, anyways, continue. 4% here. It's kind of I'm not sure if we're going to give it up yet or not.
No sway in the mines.
And I would like this to not fail, but it's a 37% chance. Wasn't like too surprising that failed, I would say. Only one more day until we get our faction thing. Okay, that's good. Now we have 2 armies here. Hopefully that speeds up the occupation. And we have 2 people ready to move in if they do happen to nuke this area. So, and at that point we will be... I guess we'll be done. We can probably still buy them. I'm just thinking, if we get nuked, we should probably try to absorb as many of the Chinese nukes as possible. Because if we get nuked, it is still this situation. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay, now this is a very big thing. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the story, you can pause the video and read this. I'll scroll. Oh, there's no scroll here. Okay. But basically this is saying that the Resistance's manifesto, really. It's just saying like, well, it's what their objective is. I won't read it here though, so we'll just close that. We still have research alien movements and salvage enemy or alien technology. But we've completed a lot of objectives at this point, including set our goals. This is also a big one because you'll see this research is really good. Gives us an amazing council. Okay, counselors. Okay. It's just a general one, so we can't really satisfy it. Yeah, okay, fair enough. We have to select a new project now. We were working on this one. Publicizing the alien threat will give us a nice public opinion boost, which we, gosh, could desperately need. What other options do we have? It is a tempting one. One of them might be to get our influence up. Okay, that gave us I forgot that one gives you 100 influence, which we like really, really, really need. This one still looks pretty good for a playthrough based on land combat. And we may need to keep rolling and just keep declaring war on places in order to keep throwing out the servants. Yeah, I don't see anything which would... So this is just going to make... Okay, we will do more damage to xenoforming, excuse me. I do not need the lab though. No, I think I'm going to go back with this. It's like I said, for a military playthrough, it makes the most sense. Okay, good. So did that give us our council yet? I mean, this is not a bad one. I would say that this is an amazing one. Plus 4% military, plus 2% energy research. It's very, very, very good. We have a capacity for a 3 here. Now, one of the things which we're going to get in a second, I guess it didn't quite unlock yet, is we're going to get a organization. Oh, this guy could go here. By the way, is there any... Gives us 18 science as well, which I'm always happy about. And your science is at 7, so it's like, a reasonable one to consider boosting that. Thankfully, this only takes money too, so it's... Okay, you can do that, which only gives you... See, this is a 1-star and it gives us 4% military. It's way better than this. 5 ops. We actually have pretty decent ops income. I guess it's because our criminal. Yeah, and you don't really have much going on for you. Speaking of plus 2 and 5, or minus 2 plus 5, we already have that 3% military. It's basically the same thing, huh? This one is 100. This one was probably 100 as well. This does increase and rest, stabilize nation. Yep, same thing. So are these almost exactly the same, except for this one offers... No, they are, I guess, just exactly the same. Okay, well, fair enough. I kind of like that, actually. There's 2 options out there for people to pick up if they're interested. This one doesn't require government, so I'm... No, definitely not going to put it with our criminal. The criminal ones need to... Criminal needs to have all her spaces free for the criminal stuff. But this is 8 out of 13. I think that this one makes sense. So we'll do that. Purchase this. It's going to help our military, which, hey, we're using a lot of that one. See if there's anything else besides the 5th. I don't really want the 5th. No. Yeah. Okay, well then we'll continue on our merry way for the time being. I assume that we are getting or occupying this reasonably quickly. Yeah, 18%. But we've taken almost 18% casualties on that one, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so there's one person steaming into New Delhi, and our forces are going to stream on into Guwahati, which is where I'd love to nuke rather than Jaipur, but maybe, yeah. And is this guy, he's going to get there on 11-3. Are we going to kill him before that? I would love to. I would prefer not to nuke New Delhi, considering as regions go that New Delhi is the most populous. But India has so many people. There are just so many people in India. That it's probably okay if we nuke it once, even in New Delhi. Why do I say that? Because, hey, nuking it will also increase our chance of success for public campaigning, just because that is based on the population. Oh, wow. They are actually just going to go charge on right in. Yeah, it actually is... Oh, when we lost... Oh, okay, here. That's fine. It's a rugged terrain, too, so I guess... What I might even do is move this army, like let them try to take it and then move back in later. So deploy army 6 days. Are they going to get out of there in time? They're getting in there on the 10th and I'm going to get out of there. Yeah, let them just sit and waste their time. Well, it offers significant... No, I'm going to cancel this. It offers significant combat bonuses for defending armies. I don't know what... I think that includes when you're trying to actually take over the region, like Jaipur here. Because I assume that without that, we would be conquering this much faster. But it's very clear, at least by the text, that this army, which is already much better than this army, 3.8 versus 4.7. I mean, we're almost an entire point higher than them. Is this guy going to get out of there? I'm starting to think that he's not. He's at 5%. I think we're actually going to knock this one off before he gets out. He's only got a couple more days to go, but he's at... Oh, yep. He only has like one more combat tick in him before he's dead. And that will mean that this group will start... Actually, in theory, will start, you know, moving into... occupying it, but do I even want to occupy it? The only place I need to occupy is New Delhi. So I think New Delhi is going to receive the nuke. I hate to say it. Alright, so we did kill the Indian Corps. Now we're going to start occupying. Alright, fair enough. We'll just do that. We'll see how it goes. So we have 3 individual armies from the US here. 1 Pakistani, 1 US, and then 2 US here. Not sure what's going to happen. Yeah, they've ended the Indian rivalry. Ah, good. You're just making it easier for them to integrate with me when I win this war. And they're allied with the Chinese. That's fine. I don't mind leaving that because we're going to take China next. I'm actually, yeah, I'm happy that they're doing all the work for me. They just took Norway. So it's like, do other people get upset when the servants take all their stuff? Okay, Humanity First tolerates me. The Academy still doesn't like me. They're still in conflict with me, but they're also in conflict with 5 of the 7 people. But, I mean, that's a correct statement, 5 of the 7. That's a lot of people to be in conflict with, and we don't really have any, like, I don't know. So I think this makes sense, by the way, that they end up being in conflict with a lot of people. Not just because the ideological differences, the way they want to deal with the aliens and all that, but because they start with such a significant boost in the beginning, and they take over so much territory, people have to go through them to acquire something for themselves, which is just obviously going to lead to tension, to conflict. Otherwise, the Protectorate has managed to stay neutral with everyone, and Project Exodus has now, I think, they weren't tolerant of us all the time, were they? Maybe they were. Maybe it's my other playthrough. I think I've said this many times already, but I am kind of confusing the two. Alright. Public campaign, 10% chance. What if we throw another 160 at it? 37. It would be easier if, obviously, we nuked them and the population was a little bit lower. But yeah, it's a little bit of a morbid thing to say that we want to just nuke them in order to be able to gain opinion with them. Not just morbid. That does seem quite backwards. Boy, that's a fragmented people. 0.4. Jeez, that is quite bad. Excuse me. Okay, so you're publicly campaigning here. There's not like a strong demand. We are pumping in the unity. I think I will do it a little bit more. Because things are going well here. Economy's down a little bit, but I think that that'll pick back up. Actually, the number of people are down a little bit, but I'm assuming that's just a random fluctuation. It'll continue to trend upward. I still think we should publicly campaign here. For 40 money, it's just, like, very important.
What's the offer?
And I'm not going to worry about, I mean, it's at 0 anyways, but where do we want to stabilize then? First of all, let me take a look at Pakistan. Pakistan's way down. The problem is we are going to probably have to abandon Pakistan as well. I mean, India is like a huge amount of points. We have no way of supporting that. We're going to have to abandon just so much. It does not really need to happen here. We probably are going to have to abandon Israel too. Again, I don't know if we can just start... Like, there's only so much nuking of India we can do, or China that we can do. Although it is a great way to get rid of these nuclear weapons. You know what? I have to think about this for a second. When did they arrive there? The 3rd. So we have... I mean, it's more than a day, so the nukes will definitely arrive there first. I wonder if I should use Israel's nukes and then just take them out of play. I don't even care about their army because... Oh, they're not at war, though. They can't use their nuke. We've probably already done enough keeping them out of the war. Yeah, right now they're allied with the United States and Russia. And they are not... I mean, they're not allied with India or China. I'm assuming that if I just let them sit there for a while, we hold on to their control for as long as possible. That eventually China and India, whatever the servant nations will, whoever the servant nations are, they will just either rival us or make sure that we're not moving towards each other, since that's what they want to do. They don't know I'm going to give up Israel, so they'll probably just push away. I don't really need to stabilize this area, though. I really don't. 2.7 is already looking pretty good. I've been trying to really save Thailand, so yeah, why don't I just save Thailand?
Ready for my mission.
Most of the places I control don't have problems with unrest. Probably... Oh, wait. We can assault an alien asset? That should be this guy, I think. 61%. Yeah, absolutely. We'll give him, what, 1 point? Well, they're at a premium, but yeah, we'll give him 1 point.
We're going in.
Your orders?
Where else might we want to campaign? Well, this is like a free campaign. I guess I still want this to happen. Okay, let's confirm that. Continue on. Speed 3. So just to confirm, I don't think that they have any places they can nuke. Yeah. It's weird to me that Pakistan can't nuke New Delhi. But Russia can. Very strange to me. Maybe because they've been nuked by them? I'm not really sure. Oh, that's what I wanted to think about doing. Okay, we can't nuke there. It's not even useful to check. Okay, what about nuking here? We can. That would take down, the Indian army. Whoops. We don't really want to take that one down, so no, don't do that. Because that Indian army will be ours soon enough. So it looks like China's decided to leave 3 armies and send 2? Okay. India only has 1 army left under its control. I'm surprised this guy's still committing. Maybe I can go up to 4. Okay, this is when the big changes happening, so... Yeah, you're already moving to Gauhati. Yeah, they have 2 armies in here now. India and China. And this Chinese army is not moving anywhere. I'm really afraid to say it, but I think we're gonna have to drop a nuke on this force. Don't really want to. Looks like we're gonna conquer this one without too many casualties. 72 versus 75% occupied. How are we doing here? Yeah, only 3% occupied, and we have taken substantial losses. Well, I think I'd like to go in and take these guys out, and it may require a nuke, but what doesn't require a nuke these days? You know what I mean? It just isn't like the old times.
Order is returned.
Good.
The people will come to our side.
Okay, 2%, very little increase for the US, but it was a success. 7% in the Eurasian Union. It's actually kind of big. We had another unit move to Jaipur. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Nope, I misread. Just needed to read the text, which I did not do. We conquered it. Yeah, so I would actually like to cycle in a different unit then. So the question is, like, you're okay, but you're 72. I'm gonna move you here. 6 days, good. Deploy. Does it also take you 6 days to get in there? Takes you 12 days. Well, Jaipur, that's right, is the wrong terrain. Although there is some kind of failure law that's being violated here. I guess you could have a situation where it was like all downhill. It's not a path integral back to the same point or whatever, but it's weird to say that, yeah, when you head southbound on that freeway, you go twice slower. I don't know, there's something weird about it, but yeah, like I said, because this is such a large distance, you wouldn't expect it to be elevation related. You'd expect it to be like a windy road, in which case it would have impacted both people. But no, whatever. I think I'll cancel this operation for the moment, and they'll start heading their way back in 6 days, which will be on the 15th. I'll probably make it the 14th just to make sure that we don't have 3 in here. Make sure we don't have 3 in there at the same time.
Our case remains unheard.
Failed again in India. It's wasn't meant to be. Okay, the European Union is asking its ally, the United States of America, to join it in its attack on Eritrea. What the heck's going on here? I'm going to decline. I'm not sure how this happened or why. I don't necessarily feel we should be embroiled in any other wars. Okay, Project Exodus has declared war on the I was going to say the Protectorate, but this is the Initiative. Interesting. Well, I'm glad to not be involved with that, that's for sure. Is this really happening? It really is. I can't believe it. I can't believe they went in. We should just massacre this army. Which means, by the way, in the future, it'll be easy if we ever want to declare war on Iran and take it over. Not that that army was really gonna stop us anyway, right? So I guess the only difference is how quickly we take over the capital. Okay, so 14th. Just remember the 14th. But we'll keep an eye on that battle. I assume it's going to go strongly in our favor.
Score one for the good guys.
Alright, we got it. Okay, we reduced alien flora and fauna by 24%, but some remains. I don't think we can attack it again, though. You have to, like, stir it up or something. I mean, somehow get, like... Well, you have to get the mission icon to appear, which doesn't always happen. Okay, good. I'm glad that we at least lost something to humanity first. And we waited till the 15th, which means we're going to have a small period of time when these are going to overlap, but oh well. So this will get there on the 21st. And that'll get there on the 21st. Okay, so it will be a very short period of time. Are we even going to win this battle? Occupying at about 50%. Gonna keep declining that. Ah, man, I don't know. I mean, is it worth it for us to keep going like this? And by the way, where the heck... Am I crazy? Where the heck is my superpower people? Did I not research the thing I thought I needed to research? Wait. Okay, no, this is... Well, this is really good. I'm probably going to pick them up. 120. Okay, we have enough. Where's our influence coming from? Cronus risk management is no bueno. It's just... Well, I mean, it's only one money for one op. It's pretty basic, but... Now, if we do this, we won't be able to pick up the Soltsetskayev... Soltsenskaya Bratstva. They are plus 90, plus 5, and plus 2. Ooh, are they better? 95-2. 95-2. Well, yeah, they are 1,000. I mean, no, they're probably literally 100% better. But they are also, yeah, they are really just better. Because they're both 3 stars, so I mean, for efficiency, you want to pick up the more efficient one. This will take all of our influence, 100% of it. Absolutely all of it. But we aren't planning to give up. I mean, how quickly are we going to capture India? Probably not that quickly, right? I assume. Okay, by the way, do we have more than one criminal? Government. No, just one criminal. Okay, so we don't have a choice. I mean, we don't. There's just one choice. We've got to pick. Yeah, and I guess it just makes sense. There's not really a debate here. I'm just looking it over for fun. This is plus 1 espionage, plus 3 security. I actually do prefer plus 2 espionage, plus 2 security, because I prefer espionage over security. But that's fine. We are going to do this one. Be it as it may that it took so many ops and all of our influence, and the money was inconsequential, but the other weren't. The other 2 items were not. Do we want 1 extra ops for -1 money? I mean, yeah, I guess it's a trade in the direction we want to go. It's just such a meaningless one. Doesn't really matter. We didn't already assign like our special counsel thing, did we? Oh, we did. No, we did not. Okay, we did not. Okay, good. Where is our special group? Do we have to do... There might be another trigger I'm just forgetting about. Okay, anyway, let's keep pushing. So assignments wise, now your espionage has gone up. I guess it's not really going to help you here. Oh, just do the same thing.
I will try to sway the public.
We probably won't fail 3 attempts at 37% in a row. Just taking it as a 1/3 chance, 33% instead, which is obviously a lot less than what it is. That would be... Oh... 8/27. Did I do that right? I think that's right. 8/27ths, what is that? Less than a third chance. It's less than a third chance that we fail 3 times in a row. And that's if it was at 33%, so, you know, it's probably down to like a 1/5 chance that we actually fail all 3 of them, with 37%. Okay, anyways, let's continue. Can you believe this? Like, what is the Academy doing? How are they doing that? So we will just keep pumping the money and
Making our case.
doing all that
Where
for
do
the
you need
U.S. And they're up to 1, man. I feel like there's not just one person. Might be multiple people doing this. I'll take an 83% there.
Ready to go.
Oh, we can assault alien assets again, so
Acknowledged.
I do want to do that. I'll give him the 1 op
Taking it
point.
to him.
Where to?
14% chance is just too low. Oh, wait a second. Steal a project, you say? From whom?
No secret is safe from me.
From the servants, you say? Well, well, well. I will definitely take a 70% chance to do that. Okay, let's confirm those assignments. But I think it's time for us to call this video to a close, so we'll wait to see the results of that next episode. Until then, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.